whether I've got time to do a radio show. So you can put your earphones in with this and listen to this on the way home on the way home from work, or you can listen to this on your coffee break. And you know, whatever this does, some people it relaxes you. It's a switch off from your kind of daily routine. Hi everyone. Hello there. Hello Lily. Hello Loretta. Hello Chloe. Hello B. And this is live and interactive too. So if you want to join in here live, you're more than welcome to do that. Okay, because this is what this is about. It's a community. I'm trying to create this great community here, so we can all have something in common and relate to each other, and possibly one day all meet each other. I am planning on that in the future. Hello there from Northamptonshire. Hi, Chloe from England. That's great. I have a healing voice, and my healing voice, I even switch it on for myself because I actually suffer as well from insomnia, Chloe. So I understand what you're saying. I have, it's an unintentional, it's not intentional. I do have these healing tones. So, and it is, thank you, B. I'm just so glad you found me, B. Thank you so much. And I actually just pull in these energies. I'm trying to explain as well at the same time with my chat here. If you are tuning in to the radio show, wondering what the hell I'm talking about, I've got the chat on here, live interactive chat. So I am talking to the chat here too. So wherever you listen to this on your coffee break, whether it helps you to relax or whether you like to have it in, or like to switch this on when you're at home, whatever this is, it's great, isn't it? It's lovely to share this. Absolutely. Hello there from I used to live in Banbury. Oh, okay. Hello B. And hello Moon Shadow, and hello Anne. Hi there everyone, and let's share this lovely community and try, I'm not saying anything here, but try to be nice to each other in this community, because this is the energy that this is about here. You've locked yourself in the loo, free woman. Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully you'll get yourself out of there. Shout for somebody, okay? Shout for somebody. Is that at work? Oh my goodness. I hope you're not going to get into trouble for that. Hello there from Deal in Kent. Yeah, Marie, I've actually visited Deal. It's a lovely place. Hello everyone, and hello Brenda. Hello. Hello Blanca, how are you, my sweet friend too? I love your little messages and your love hearts there. That is so sweet. And all of your love hearts and flowers are lovely. Okay. Hello there, Susan from Washington State. And if you're new to my channel, and you will know that I do regular morning shows and an evening show on a Sunday. And I do, in between, I will do radio shows, okay? So I don't schedule the radio shows just in case I'm traveling and things like that. Yeah, it's horrible. Insomnia is the worst thing. And I don't know whether it's I expend my energy with this intuitive exhaust my energies intuitively. I'm not sure if I do that, but when I go to bed, my head is buzzing. does this sound crazy? If you suffer from insomnia, it feels like my head is buzzing, and it's like full of kind of life and all these energies wanting to come out. And I know that sounds absolutely nuts, but I could be awake until 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning, and I will fall asleep at 6 o'clock, and then I will get up maybe at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's just crazy. It really is. And um, yeah, it's difficult when you do suffer from insomnia. So if I'm helping you to fall asleep, well, that's just, it's lovely, okay, that I'm reaching those parts of your mind to soothe and relax you, because that's what I am. I am a healer, and healing of the mind. Okay. Yeah, this is right. The title of this radio show is about. I was actually getting some intuitive energies today, this morning, and this was about. Do you remember the split here between the houses and the courts of Harry and William? Um, and that also was quite. I feel this was quite hurtful to Harry, and also they wanted to split because they got the Fab Four, didn't they? The Fab Four were doing these heads together, and also before Meghan came along, it was Harry, William, and Kate. This heads together, but Meghan came along, and it was this Fab Four kind of, uh, you know, quadruple kind of situation here. So after the split of the courts, it was one thing after the other. After the split of the courts, Kensington Palace, the houses, and Harry and Meghan moving to Frogmore, because I think they wanted to, with all this kind of shenanigans, and oh gosh, I guess they knew about the surrogate back then, and Meghan wearing this fake bump. I think they knew about it back then. So, I can imagine William saying, I don't want anything to do with this. I don't want anything to do with this, okay. Um, I don't want anything to do with this at all. I don't want to do these heads together with this circus going on. So I feel this was part of this. William kind of really, I guess, he's got to protect the crown and the monarchy, and the reputation, because what happens when this all kind of comes out? And I guess that I do guess that this is what he's worried about, because eventually this will get out. Okay. So straight away after the wedding, they waited till after the wedding. Yeah, I did predict this. You're absolutely right. Yeah, it's amazing. Doesn't it feel kind of it feels, does this sound silly, but I feel quite secure within myself, that I can actually predict these things. It gives me a sense of like security. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it does to me. But there is this kind of feeling here that this split here happened a long time ago, didn't it? This was planned straight after the wedding. And the announcement of the pregnancy, I think that was mainly to do with this, okay. So first it was the houses, then it was the courts, and then it was like the officers, and then it was like these heads together. And I feel that the heads together You see, that's very close to Harry's heart, because he felt himself that he actually suffered from some mental disorder because after his mother died, and walking very slowly. I mean, oh, that must have been so painful for those young boys, walking so slowly behind that gun carriage where Diana, his mother, was lying. I'm surprised that she was in that coffin, to be honest with you. Um, I'm thinking that she may not have been in the coffin. I think I may have to do a reading on that, guys, whether she was actually in that gun carriage coffin. I know that's sad, but I think from that particular day of walking behind that gun carriage, there behind Diana, very slowly, I feel that he really pushed down all his emotions, and he never, and that's where he stopped growing emotionally, was at 12 years old. Now that's, when you do that, that creates a Peter Pan, doesn't it? That kind of trauma. And it also can actually create, it can go it can create a, well, shall I say a monster? I don't want to say a monster, but um, it can create a narcissistic personality disorder, or it can create a bipolar disorder. Okay. Well, yeah, God bless Diana, I mean, I thought she was beautiful, and especially when she died around that time when she was with Dodie. I thought she was so beautiful. She seemed to come into her own, didn't she? I don't understand that situation. And I don't want to go on about Diana's death, but why was she kind of why there are questions about how she died. There are speculation that she was killed and murdered. And I also feel that Harry is confused about that too. Okay. So I don't know whether that Diana was in that coffin, to be honest with you. I think either William and Harry was told that she's not in the coffin, that we just need to walk behind this wooden box just for the public, or she was in the coffin, and that's what the boys were told, that she's not actually in that box. So don't worry about it. We just have to get over this, okay? Um, so I don't know why I'm picking that up, but I do get that. Anyway, going back to this trauma of Harry's when he was 12 years old, he kind of pushed away, pushed down his emotions after that, of a way of coping. And since then, since kind of this revelation of this is actually what happened to him, that he did actually, this was actually caused him mental trauma. And mental trauma, you actually do push away. It's like a post-traumatic syndrome, isn't it? But hello everyone. Hello Alexandra. Hello, thank you for joining us. Everyone here, new or old, that's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, it's sad. I know it's a sad story, and I don't want to keep going on about that, but it's coming through here intuitively that this actually, the heads together, meant an awful lot for Harry. Okay, and when they split that, because they wanted to split the courts. When they split the heads together, I think Harry was so heartbroken over that. Yeah, I actually get, actually, Anne Marie. I actually feel that the coffin was empty. I actually picked that up, and I think the boys were told that. That's why they felt it easier. Quite well, it wouldn't have been easy, but they found it, that it was a duty, but they're not following the mother in the coffin, because I don't feel she was in that coffin. I don't feel she was in that coffin. Anyway, yeah, so this really, really did affect Harry when there was this decision. William said, no, there's going to be no heads together here. There's going to be no heads together. And this would have really destroyed Harry, because, they created these heads together because of Harry, and what he'd been through, and because of William, what they'd been through together as brothers. So maybe this was a little bit of a kind of something to get Harry back. If you are going to be with that woman, then we don't do this heads together. She's walking about with this prosthetic belly. There's no way that this is all crazy circus land. There's no way that we can have this heads together. I feel that really shocked Harry, and and did it upset Meghan? I feel she saw how this upset Harry. And also, I feel she wanted to get back at William for doing this. This is what I feel here intuitively. So now we have this situation of, I don't know what this is, guys, because it seems really strange that a royal member of the family would team up with somebody like Oprah Winfrey. But this is what's going to happen. So they're going to, I don't know whether it's going to be a show or a documentary or what this is going to be. Okay. So let me get this up here, okay, guys, because I think this is more than just Prince Harry teaming up with Oprah. I feel that Meghan felt for him, and she said, look, let's see if we can actually co-create this with somebody else. These heads together. Let's kind of change this and see if we can co-create this with someone else here. And Oprah Winfrey, I've always liked her. I like her shows. I think she does. I feel I'm a lot similar to her. I like to help people and look into psychology and what affects people in their lives. And I feel this is very much Oprah Winfrey. So I've always enjoyed her shows. I really have. I think she does a fantastic job. So I feel that there was some of this kind of bringing these two people together here, Harry and Oprah, because of this kind of breaking down the relations with his brother, his own brother, and this heads together. So I do feel it was partly, there's something in this, So I just feel that I have got this here, this I can't kind of okay, so here we are. They've announced this on on Meghan Markle's new Instagram account. Was it last Wednesday? We are excited to announce that the Duke and Duchess of the Duke of, sorry, got that wrong. I'll say it again. Okay, it's live. We are excited to announce that the Duke of Sussex and Oprah Winfrey are partners, co-creators, and executive producers on their forthcoming mental health series launching on Apple in 2020. The official announcement post to Harry and wives Meghan Markle's new Instagram account declared, the pair have been developing the series for several months now. I think this is since this split here of the heads together, and are looking forward to sharing such an important project on a global platform. So although Heads Together was a little small kind of outfit here, charity, I feel this is going to be quite big. This is going to be a lot bigger than Heads Together. Okay, so this is really going to reach out globally, which is a wonderful thing. I feel mental health, helping people mentally is a fantastic thing to do. Already well underway, the multi-part show will focus on both mental illness and mental wellness. The release continued, inspiring viewers to view an honest conversation about the challenges each of us face and how to equip ourselves with tools to not simply survive, but to thrive. I actually do believe in that. I really believe in that. I think as well, and I know this sounds a bit cliche, but I think getting out into nature and fresh air and exercise is a fantastic thing for mental health. Absolutely. Because you end up, if you're stuck indoors in one room, and anybody that's stuck indoors here, anybody in a wheelchair or anybody that's got some disability, and I know it's difficult to get out, but the best thing for you guys is, if you want to listen to my show, get yourself a little phone, iPhone, and some earphones, and get yourself outdoors. Okay, get yourself outdoors into nature, into the wonderful countryside landscapes that we have, and that is such great kind of food for the brain, for healing. Okay. I think that is the basic thing that does wonders for you, for your sense of well-being. Absolutely. And that's from me, okay, not from these Oprah Winfrey shows. And that costs nothing. Okay. So we continue with this, and it says, it's a venture we never saw coming, but now that it's been revealed, you almost wonder what took so long. So it's like it was meant to be. Two astonishing, influential people teaming up for a cause close to their hearts that seems to grow in importance almost day by day. Of course, these two would try to change the world. Oh, I think that's quite sweet. I think that's quite sweet. I do. I think this is Harry's kind of is he getting back at William? What's your thoughts on that? That hurt Harry, I think, with this split of Heads Together. Or they folded that up, that Heads Together, finished that. Okay, since forming Heads Together, is his joint effort with brother Prince William and sister-in-law Kate Middleton to end the stigmas that surrounded mental health. Harry has grown increasingly open about his own struggles. His transparency began with sharing just how deeply he was affected by losing his mother, Princess Diana, in a senseless, entirely preventable car crash mere weeks before he was to turn 13 years old. You see, this is it. It's the people you leave behind. So it's okay whether she was killed or assassinated or what, for whatever reason here, we believe, okay. It's affected the whole family, not just this generation, the next generation, and the generation after that. Well, I hope that some positivity has come out of this, the death of Diana, okay, through this Heads Together, and also then launching this new kind of creator with Oprah Winfrey. And it continues to say, I can safely say that losing my mom at the age of 12 and therefore shutting down all of my emotions for the last 20 years has had quite a serious effect on not only my personal life but my work as well. Sad, isn't it, guys? Sure, he managed to do quite a bit of good with his enormous platform, serving 2 tours in Afghanistan and dedicating his life to helping his fellow veterans and those afflicted by AIDS. But with so much attention trained on his personal life, absolutely, okay, as everyone wondered when the cheeky ginger prince would settle down and the unchecked emotions roiling inside him. Yeah. I have probably been very close to a complete breakdown on numerous occasions, Harry told Gordon, this writer here, when all sorts of grief and sorts of lies and misconceptions and everything are coming at you at every angle. So I guess that he had to cope with the grief. He had to cope with the misconceptions, as he puts it, and the lies of why his mother died, and everything else coming at you to have to sort out in his head, as well as dealing with the grief. It was an awful lot to deal with. Somebody didn't even think about the mental health of Harry and William, I feel, here. Absolutely. It was his brother who urged him to seek counselling. So William urged Harry to seek counselling, he revealed. And the therapy that followed had done him a fair bit of good. So it's Harry then that suffered this mental illness, isn't it, here? And that's why they brought these Heads Together. And Harry's experience of mental health issues have actually brought him to actually want to help others, which is positive, I guess. Which is positive because he's been through it. He knows what they're going through, that kind of thing. His deeply personal confession was met with a fair bit of shock, followed by the sort of understanding and acceptance he was aiming for, his goal being to erase the negative connotation that sadly still accompanies mental illness, in the hopes that people will be less hesitant about reaching out for the help they so desperately need. Well, yeah, I'm very open to. I think I'm very transparent, and I would hope that if I had any mental health issues, I would definitely address them. Okay, but some people are not aware that they have mental health issues, um, and I guess it's for the rest of the world to realize and understand, that for the people who don't suffer from mental health issues, we should understand that these people, are around us and they actually need support. After how many years of listening to stories from veterans and their families, and then specifically in this campaign, William, Catherine, and I hearing some of the most heart-wrenching stories based around what people had experienced, and then mental anguish that's happened from then. It was only right to share my experiences to hope to encourage others to come forward and smash that stigma, to make it easier for them to talk about their own experiences. He explained of his motivation weeks later while appearing at the London Marathon Expo. So I was just doing my bit, he said. In other words, as Winfrey put it while chatting to the Daily Show, Trevor Noah, Harry and I are going to normalize it to the point that people will be like, "Hey, I've got a mental illness." That's what you want, to call it out, to the point where it's no longer such a stigmatized big deal. It's no longer a taboo. Now, I don't feel it is a taboo, but I guess a lot of people do. But I am a nurse. I used to be a nurse, so I don't see that as a taboo. But I guess your normal average Joe might see that they've got problems and it's a taboo. Such afflictions have been on her radar since she opened her South African base Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for girls in 2007. Okay, and it continues, guys. It's quite a big article. These girls from provinces all over South Africa, when you're dealing with people who come from lots of trauma, that trauma shows itself in later life as depression, sometimes as anxiety, sometimes as mental health issues. She explained, and there was a time where I had 5 girls in the hospital at the same time with depression, suicidal uh, ideas, sorry, all kinds of things. So I became interested in the subject of mental health because I spent too many times in a psych ward, and because I recognized that the impact of poverty and the impact of trauma in poverty really causes people to carry that into their lives unless it is processed. Yeah, I'm all for one of processing your thoughts. I am. I think it's important that you go through the emotional pain, that you don't ignore it, you don't push it down. I feel it's important to explore how you feel. Absolutely, because that prevents mental health. If you are allowed to express how you feel, absolutely, and it continues. And unless they can come forward in a way that releases it, yeah, I have to agree with that, guys. Though she'd certainly been aware of the pervasive problem before, even dictating hours of a flagship talk show to the issue. I didn't fully understand it, she noted in February 2016. As is the case with a lot of people, it wasn't real to me until it was in my own family, until I was in the position of trying to help loved ones take better care of themselves and stay on their prescription medication. Yeah, you see mental health people who suffer from mental health do not take their prescribed medication. One day they'll probably say, I don't need it. I don't need that medication. I feel better now. But what mental health people don't realize that they actually do need this medication for life, you know. A real problem, since many people who start to feel better want to go off them. She's just said exactly what I just said. Yeah, they start to feel better, they go off them, and then, you know, it raises its ugly head again. And Oprah kind of continues here. Dealing with such issues hand on helped her to realize how much people wrangle with the idea of psychological issues are no different than any other malady. So many people live in shame, hiding their struggles, not seeking help. We as a culture have not fully acknowledged how much help is needed, she wrote. We need to start talking. Absolutely, I believe that. And we need to start now. So both halves felt they had skin in the game. But how did they ever pair up in the first place? Wow. So how did they pair up in the first place? I'm going to go back to you guys now, because this is like this story is so long. So how did they pair up in the first place? So how are you guys? Hello, Patricia. Sorry, experience grief has been depressing. Oh, bless. Yes. Yeah, I think what you have to do is fully talk. If you ever get any issues and anxieties and anything, you feel down about it, I think the only way to is to actually talk it out of your body. Talk it out of your body, whether that's with a psychotherapist, whether that's a psychotherapist, or whether that is a you know, or whether that's a psychotherapist, or whether that's a friend or family or anything like that. Okay, so hello everyone. Yeah, so I'm sorry if anybody's been affected by what I've been talking about just here, but the way that I see it is that you need talk it out of your body, and then after you've talked it out of your body, go to some lovely kind of countryside, natural kind of, you know, natural beauty kind of place, and actually taking the natural beauty. Okay, so hi everyone, I hope you're well. And if I do see any kind of antagonizing on here, you will be taken off. Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't have that. I will not tolerate that on my channel, because I've been talking about mental health, and I've been talking about very kind of emotional stuff. So, you know, I will not tolerate people making a mockery of my channel. They will be taken off. You will not be able to return. Okay. So, okay, so we're not here to have any drama. So, yeah, so yeah, so lots of prayers to you guys who are actually going through this yourselves, you know. But like I said, the great way to do that is to get out into nature and take my videos with you, listen to them, and just take your mind off things. So so this heads together, I feel, and I feel there's good come out of that. Heads together, there is good come out of the heads together. I can't say this is a bad thing with Oprah Winfrey. I feel that Harry wanted to keep this going, but it had been kind of shut down. The heads together had been shut down, and he wanted to keep this going. So this is like, would you say this is hijacking that and keeping this going? I'm not so sure whether this is to actually get back at William, because William did help Harry, and Catherine helped Harry with this. So you know, it means a lot to him. It means a lot to him. And if he's around, I guess if Harry is around these caring people like Oprah, okay, who does care about people, I feel it would make him feel more kind of, you know, whole as a person. So maybe this is to replace the heads together. I feel there is some of that there. There is like, I'm going to do this anyway without you, William. Okay. So let's continue with this. It says, and how did this happen? Okay, where these two people came together, you know, Harry and Oprah. And it continues to say here, Oprah says, I was having a conversation with him. I actually asked him, what do you think are the most important issues facing the world right now? Yeah, and she's been talking to Gail King's show to discuss her latest. I don't know what that is. And Harry's answer was hardly surprising. He continued. He said, "There are two climate changes. There are two climate change and mental wellness, mental fitness. As you know, he's spoken much about this and issues here." So it seems to me, and I'll just read this because this is what this was said. As you know, he's spoken about his own issues and what he went through after his mother died, Diana died, and how being able to talk about it has benefited him. So, and so it's all passion. It's a continued passion of Harry's. But his response gave her an idea. At the end of the conversation, Oprah said to him, I'm going to be doing this thing with Apple. It's a big concern of mine too. I want to try to erase the stigma. She recalled, and he said at the end of the conversation, if there's anything that I can do to help you, and I go, and she said, as a matter of fact, there is something. So I don't know whether Megan kind of brought this up together, whether Megan kind of influenced this. What's your thoughts on that, guys? What's your thoughts on that? Because it says here that Oprah Winfrey is a billionaire now. She's a billionaire, guys. So I feel that Meghan may have kind of influenced this a little bit. I'm not too sure. And it says here, and why wouldn't Harry jump at the chance to team up with someone so influential? The former Apache helicopter pilot has shown he understands the unique power of celebrity. Joining up with Rihanna to get tested for HIV on World AIDS Day and watching as William participated in a video chat with Lady Gaga about her struggles with PTSD for hashtag OK to say film series. Okay, so that there is this kind of teaming up with celebrities with the royals. I don't know what that is, because I do feel that Prince Charles has also been mingling a lot with George Clooney and Amal Clooney, and it seems like the royals are kind of seem to be teaming up with these celebrities. So what I'm going to do, guys, so this is something that's very passionate to and I have got a clip here. I'm just going to play this, and I don't know whether I'll get away with this, but if you just bear with me, if it works. I'm just going to play this, and I don't know whether I'll get away with this, but if you just bear with me, if it works. I'm just going to play this, and I don't know whether I'll get away with this, but if you just bear with me, if it works. I'm just going to play this, and I don't know whether I'll get away with this, but if you just bear with me, if it works. No, I just keep getting an echo, guys. So, unfortunately, I don't know. I got an echo. I think with that. Wait a minute. I may be able to sort this out. If you just bear with me to see if I can. Yeah, I think it's that there that. I'm just going to try this now. Okay. Without maybe get away without the echo. Just bear with me.
How do you think she is being portrayed? I think she's being portrayed unfairly. If people really knew her, they would know that
she about Meghan here
not only everything that we perceive of her as being graceful and dynamic and holding that position, but she just has a wonderful, warm, giving, loving heart. I mean, I see all the crazy press around her, and I think it's really unfair.
Yeah, she's very kind.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't seem to buy into it, though, which I think is... She actually does not read anything, which I find, I think that's remarkable, that in spite of all that's going on, she does not read anything. It's a big concern of mine, too. And I want to try to erase the stigma. And I was telling him about this Apple platform. And he said, at the end of the conversation, if there's anything I can do to help. And I go,
Okay, so that was a little bit of a clip there of mentioning about the this new project they've got, and also and also speaking about Meghan. Yeah, so I don't know what you think about that. How you feel about that. I am going to be doing a reading after this show. This is about what does the Queen actually feel about Harry getting involved with this Oprah Winfrey kind of show, whatever it is, project. I think I do feel that because of because of this this split here between the heads together, and the split between William and Harry, and the houses and courts and all of this, I feel this is a little bit of a backlash to that heads together, and it's passionate. It is passionate to Harry's heart, and I feel he does he still does suffer with this, and he wants to help others, and by helping others, it helps him, I feel. So I can read your comments there. I'm not going to read them out, guys, okay? But I can understand where you're coming from, but I'm not going to mention this here, okay? But put your comments down below, because I can see everybody's got different comments here. People are saying, these comments I'm not responsible for, okay? These comments are saying that it is about dollars. I actually feel there is some genuine thought here into this mental health. It does concern me why Harry is so into this mental health kind of obsession. If he's still suffering from a mental health issues, it does help by helping others and helping yourself as well, I guess, at the same time, So I just want to say, guys, please put your comments down below. And thank you for joining me on this live show, okay, and interacting here. And I can see what you're saying, that, yeah, and which I can see what you're saying, that some of you feel this is vulgar by what you're saying. And I will say, that's what you're saying. This seems a little bit vulgar, and whether it's something that's suitable for a royal person, that's another thing. But I can understand that Oprah feels it's a great kind of project in terms of a global thing. It will also put her as well on a higher kind of platform, working with a member of the royal family. I think she's also looking into becoming, isn't she wanting to get into some political kind of arenas here, like becoming the next president or something? I feel, I feel that with that in mind, maybe she's thinking, well, I do want to be presidential one day, and this is something I can I can kind of work with people of this caliber. Then this is kind of preparing me, propelling me towards like this, being a president of the United States here. The prestige of it, yeah, the rise of this Oprah's prestige. So there is this natural rise of Oprah's prestige, of becoming and looking towards this presidential future. What's your thoughts on that, guys? Okay, would you like Oprah to be the next president? What's your thoughts on that, guys? Of this, do you feel this is a political move, or do you feel this is something that's that's quite good? I feel it feels like an ambassador kind of ambassador kind of work. Okay, she doesn't want to. I didn't know that, but I did get that kind of. I actually did get some kind of. She'd like to get into politics or make some decisions in politics and policies about certain things. I don't know. Maybe she does, but that's what I get. Yeah. Hiya, everyone. Anyway, if you've just joined us, I'm actually just about to leave, so I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, some of you are saying here it's business decisions, it's to it's to make her more prestigious, and that kind of thing. And to Harry, I feel it's to Harry, this is part of his heart here, very passionate about mental health because of what he's been through, as we all sort of saw him go through that, and he still suffers from that, I feel. So I am going to do a reading after this, so watch out for this. I haven't done it yet, so it's going to be another 3 or 4 hours before I upload it. Okay. Yeah, very interesting, isn't it? That it may be actually on Oprah's part here, that this may be some kind of pushing her up a level on to this prestigious kind of. But she's a billionaire. She's a billionaire. I mean, is that not prestigious enough? And Oprah, the Oprah Winfrey Show, she has helped a lot of people, and she has, hasn't she? She's had a lot of people on her show, and I think she has she was well loved. I mean, she was in those films, wasn't she? What's that film? Harpo's wife, wasn't she? Harpo's wife in The Colour Purple. I love that film. I don't know what you felt about that film. I love that The Colour Purple, and she was good in that. I thought as as Harpo's wife. Yeah, I thought she was good in that, guys. So yeah, so I think her message is there that people should keep taking their meds. People shouldn't stop taking their meds when they're mentally ill. They should keep taking their meds. And I have to agree with her there because, I've got a nursing background. I think if you are a mental health person, you do need to keep taking your meds. Absolutely. Okay. Because it's something that's helping you, and it it also helps others that they can manage. Not that it helps to others to manage you, but I think that is a message to give out, that to keep taking those drugs. Keep taking those drugs. Okay, so I'm going to say, guys, thank you so much for being here. My throat's going now. I've been talking for so long. Yeah, I get Oprah was loved by housewives only. Okay, back in the 80s and 90s. Okay. Well, I think that's okay, isn't it? Isn't that okay to be loved by housewives? I think that's okay. And also that Dr. Phil. I mean, they're all American shows. We don't get them here, but in the UK, we get like Jerry Springer. And, we get shows like that here, but we don't get like Dr. Phil, and I think he's pretty good as well. I like him. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, and I'm going to be signing off now. So just to let you know, if you want to support my channel, I can ask you to do one thing here, okay? And it's not asking for any money. Okay, this is asking you to share my videos and explain to people why you like my shows and why you like to be a part of this community. That's one thing that I'm asking you to do, is just share with one person, okay? Or maybe two if you've got the time. And if you do want to be generous and you do want to make a donation to support my channel, please use the link in the description box at the bottom. I will put this. I'll put the link in the bottom in about half an hour. Okay, and you can donate because it'll come directly to me. It won't go through. It won't go through YouTube, and then they take a cut out of it and then back to me, and then I get that donation in about 2 months' time. It's not going to be that silliness, okay? So if you do want to donate to me, use my donation link in the description box there, copy it down or whatever you want to do, and make a small donation. You don't have to, you know, this is a free service for you to enjoy and to create this community. That's what this is about, okay? So sending you guys lots of love, lots of blessings. Don't forget that I'm going to upload a reading in about 4 hours about what does the Queen think about this this teaming up with Harry and Oprah. So I'm going to look into that for you. Okay. So lots more for you. Okay, I'm coming live again, a morning show on Wednesday. That's the next morning show. This is just a radio show, an in-betweenie. So sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and if you've missed it, you can replay this and put your comments in the comment section below, okay? And keep chatting in the comments section if you wish. So sending you lots of love, lots of blessings. Love all of you, okay? And have a great day, have a great evening, and bye for now. Bye-bye.